Okay, so pursuant to my last stupid attempts at making videos, it's still on. It should be recording the sound accurately. I do have a fan going. Turn it down a little, but it's blowing on my laundry that I was able to wash because the washing machine works, but the dryer doesn't. Anyway, so shall we begin talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV series? And these are my observations from watching the and this is the first season, obviously, when it was just kind of getting started. Okay, season 1, episode 1. Welcome to the Hellmouth. Though must do my best not to talk about technical issues. Yeah, I don't want to complain too much about the technical stuff because I know it was very early in the CGI era, and generally speaking, the CGI doesn't bother me quite enough to really bitch about. When it does, I will mention things. Okay, blonde vamp lady in opening, I guess supposed to be a subversion of tropes because, usually it's the guy leading the woman into a trap. Um, so yeah, I guess it's establishing that this is high fantasy in which women are the aggressors in sexual violence. Uh, an important thing to promote because obviously right wing people hate women, so you know. Oh, there's a bug. The 90s thing with the middle-aged youths is very distracting. Darla, is that it? Yeah, Darla was the blonde vampire in the first scene. Um, she's made out to be very important and yet doesn't last and is not significant in any meaningful way in the series Buffy. She does apparently come back in Angel, which I have not watched the whole thing of ever because I got really bored of it real quick. Angel, not a big fan of him. Buffy dream, don't remember other dreams like this, yawnish. That was a big mistake on my part because obviously Buffy's prophetic dreams do occur repeatedly over the course of the show. I just never really paid much attention to them because either they're so on the nose as to be pointless or so vague as to be pointless again. And then it really starts to get going with the weird stuff because Xander skateboards. Xander Harris skateboards. And I can't tell if this is an attempt by the people who made the show to position him as some sort of like outcast rebel type person or because they just thought it was important to have a person skateboarding to appeal to the youths, I guess. I don't know. But in any case, it's the only time in the show that I believe he ever actually skateboards. Willow and Buffy, heart, fuck, heteronormativity, yeah. I am going to bring up a lot that Willow and Buffy as a couple would be super hot and probably should have been done because frankly Buffy's luck with men is so abysmal that making her a lesbian would have been much better for the everyone involved pretty much. uh Flutie's a dunce. I don't know who Flutie is. I wrote that and I have no idea what it means. Principal Quark is worse. Yes, Principal Quark. I love Quark. But Schneider, the principal in Buffy in the first couple of seasons, is such a douche. Oh, that's it. Flutie was the first principal. He's the one that gets eaten. Sorry. Okay, now I'm starting to remember things. Okay, next note. Death to Xander. He is an ass pimple. Obviously, this was before I fully cognized my idea of him being behind everything. I was just making fun of him because, again, he is the worst character ever. Any repeat teachers except Giles' girlfriend? Yeah, I think all the teachers that like have speaking roles are one shots, one and dones. Cordelia looks old even for the cast. Yeah. James Spader versus John Tesh. And I was thinking, what year was this made that John Tesh was a figure of note on any level? Also, I think that it was supposed to be like a, hey, we're teen girls, let's talk about boys kind of thing. But was James Spader ever like a sex symbol? I honestly don't know. Whatever. Why fridge, not locker? I don't know what that means. Jesse is dumb looking. I think Jesse was Xander's friend. He's like a right out there pretty quick. School's door repair budget must be astronomical. Yeah, because this was before I realized that doors in Sunnydale are invincible most of the time. The master is whack, dog. I can't believe I wrote that. Mom is pushy with her faux concern and framing stuff like she's altruistic comes across as manipulative and outright resentful. I'm not a fan of Joyce. I don't find her interesting as a character. Sorry. And like all the times that she does seem or perform as though she were really concerned with her daughters, it just comes across as fake. Uh, I forgot Angel was there from the beginning. And even later in the show, it's shown that he was there before the beginning of the show. Bands on the show are lame mostly. Yeah, a lot of 90s acts that I assume are fake or were like flash in the pan types. Uh, there's a couple that do last, that are people that I can still recognize. But generally speaking, not impressive. Willow and Buffy at bronze was a perfect chance to get Willow out. Yes, that would have been good. Should have got rid of Xander when they got rid of Jesse. Then Willow could save Buffy from drowning and make Willow and Buffy the focus of the show. Just my personal opinion as a lesbian who other lesbians refuse to date. And then I wrote, gotta stop going on so much. So this actually was one of the shorter ones in terms of the episodes that I actually like wrote notes about, because there are a few that I just said, fuck this episode and fuck this completely. I'm not even bothering to like comment on things. But yeah, Season 1, Episode 1, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Probably best to try to take this in either while or after watching the show itself, because I'm sure that is that it's not going to be necessarily then this happens, then this happens, then this happens. But that's episode 1.